the musicality of her voice, the broad range of her intellect, the depth of her soul, and the passion of her poetry.
'Cause we're already royal. See it runs in our blood. We just been having tough love.
From the first time I heard her, I was like, man, this woman is going to like impact music and.
Who do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Do you know the reason? Is it just a season? It's a war going on, need you to spread the word. Only reason we instill you with these nouns and verbs. Elders telling me I should be in praying, but I'm out mic slaying.
I am excited for her and also excited for the culture itself just to have someone like her.
Yo, I saw her in Rock the Bells, one of the last shows of Rock the Bells, and she was there with Common, and she killed it.
I write my own chapters, I own my own masters. I serve but one God who gets the last laughter. It's the Knock and Lay Show. The Knock and Lay Show. The Knock and Lay Show. The Knock and Lay. The Knock and Lay. The Knock and Lay Show.
Shalom and welcome to the Knock and Lay Show. I'm Knock. I'm Lay, and today we have a very special episode. We had the pleasure of meeting and interviewing a Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, producer, MC, lyricist, mentor, mother, workshop facilitator, and musical healer. The one and only.
Okay, we are actually on our way to Jerusalem, and as you can see, again, we have a little testosterone with us this time.
You all up in my face, sister.
It's usually just me and my estrogen buddy.
Hey y'all.
But now,
back here.
but now we have a man. 300? Just kidding. Yeah. We're actually going to meet a very special person. We're gonna let you guys figure that out when we get there though. Alright, we're in Jerusalem, on our way to the hotel. Leah gets sick and she gets car sick when we drive on buses and long periods of time.
I do. I almost threw up 3 times on the back of Knox's head.
Yeah, and my lovely husband's head too. So she's not feeling too good.
I'm trying to hold it in.
Yeah, please hold it in. Yeah, every time.
She just won't.
You know what? They have pills and stuff that you could take when you get in the car.
Don't do all that. Just breathe. Just natural. Just breathe. Throw it in your mouth and swallow it back down.
Oh, chew it if you got to. You don't want to choke. You better chew that stuff down, girl. That was the grossest conversation I've had this morning.
Your miracle is waiting on you, but it can't come
agree that I shouldn't do live shows? So Knock and Lake will never go on live?
If you're talking, no.
Well, I'm here, Chef. So you know, I'm not feeling this. I'm feeling very offended right now. I can control my tongue.
Yeah, you can.
I don't. I can't because I just didn't know I was gonna say that just now. So, but it's getting better. Oh my gosh, she is so beautiful.
The one and only Maimouna Youssef, also known as MuMu Fresh. Yes, we met MuMu Fresh in Jerusalem, and it was an amazing experience. So we found out that Maimouna Youssef was in Jerusalem, and we had just seen her a month before. So through Knox Connections, we were able to meet her.
Go back a little bit. My husband came in the house, and if you know anything about preparation day for Shabbat, it's very busy. It's Friday, you're getting stuff cooked, you're cleaning, you got kids still coming home from school, you got homework, so it's really, you know, he comes in, kind of looks all kind of emotional, and he's like, y'all have to see something. And we're like, okay, you know, we'll watch it in a minute.
And when we had the chance to look at it, it blew us away.
Right.
I mean, it was almost like she's giving birth to hip hop again, to good music again, to soul music again.
From that moment, it changed the way I hear music.
Yes.
It changed the way I felt about music. I discovered my favorite artists that day.
Maimouna Youssef released her first album in 2011 entitled The Blooming. From then, she created the reintroduction of MuMu Fresh with amazing producer DJ Dummy the Genius. From that led to a collaboration called The Vintage Babies with Maimouna Youssef and DJ Dummy, which you can get right now. It's available now, and it's wonderful. I mean, it's soul, it's hip hop, it's jazz, it's funk. So you can get it at her website, MaimounahYoussef.com, or her Bandcamp.
My main goal with meeting with her was I wanted her to see the land from our eyes, and I wanted her to understand the spiritual depths of this land. And I never want anyone to come here and miss out on this being the land of the Most High. This is a very special land. And so my husband is very deep with Jerusalem. He knows a lot about Jerusalem. He's very passionate about Jerusalem and the land and the Torah and the Word. And he was the cameraman, which you'll see in here. That probably will be the last time he's around. Love you. But.
Yeah, warning. Some of the footage is a little shaky. And there's a lot of commentary behind the camera. Mm-hmm. But thank you, bro. We appreciate you. You know. So without further ado, here is our interview with Maimouna Youssef.
And we are here with a special guest. We have MuMu Fresh. I mean, she's a songstress, a lyricist, a poet, a producer. Just an amazing woman, a Renaissance woman. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So what brings you to Israel?
Just learning, you know. I want to come to the epicenter of religious and spiritual culture and practice. Wanted to learn more about the area of all of the ethnicities and tribes. You know, and my dad took a DNA test. It traces roots back to this area, so and I was like, what's that about? Right. So when I got the opportunity to take a trip, I was like, all right. You know,
so she
let
might have some relatives out here.
Let me see what's popping over here.
Yeah, definitely.
With your head held high, keep on talking like you heard it from the sky. We ain't gonna let them bring us down. You know we come too far to give up now. Show the people where the heart is low. Heavy is the
in your videos. You are an amazing songstress and a lyricist. What are some of your influences? Or who I should say are some of your
Honestly, probably my mom is like my biggest influence.
Okay.
She's a singer. She's a jazz singer. My grandmother was a gospel singer, so there's some of that in there. Even though I never really, I didn't grow up in the church. My family is Muslim by the time I was born, so I never got a chance to like be in a gospel choir. You couldn't sing in the musala, so I had to wait till I go visit my grandmother in the South and learn some of those songs. But that also influenced me. And then growing up in Baltimore City and like learning the freestyle stuff when I was young, just hip hop influenced. So it even influences the way I sing. Just the vibe, the swag, the breath of the city. It's the pulse. Of Black urban communities, and so all those things definitely influenced me in terms of like singers or artists. Definitely, like Lauryn Hill was a big influence for me growing up. Yeah. We had never seen Black women in particular, brown women, natural hair, knowledge of self, dope, singer, MC,
swag,
exactly, and really unapologetically who she was. That was a big deal. I didn't even think that was possible at that time. So she made it feel possible, because I grew up in a household where you couldn't straighten your hair. There was no perming. You couldn't flat iron. There wasn't no pressing. You were gonna love yourself the way God made you.
I never had a perm in my life, but as a child I hated my nappy hair. But my parents were Black nationalists and they didn't care. But one half of me was Indian and it wasn't fair. Grandma, how come I don't look like you? Straight out of a first Thanksgiving storybook like you. Well, your daddy's Black, she said, and she tried to brush the naps out, press hard against my scalp like she tried to brush the black out.
And so
that's important.
When I saw her, on the when she was with the Fugees and she had like the little coils and twists, I was like, oh my God, And she was still the biggest thing ever, and still comfortable in her own skin. So that was really important for me. Nina Simone was a big influence.
Oh yeah.
Because she was an artist and an activist. Who else? Marvin Gaye. I loved the way he stacked his background vocals.
Right.
They were incredible. Donny Hathaway, his storytelling, the way he emoted, the soul in his voice. One of my favorite records is Aretha Franklin's Amazing Grace record.
Right.
And I would just listen and cry. Just even those stories, the way she, it was just God in her throat. Like, the way she would convey those, the vibration of her voice. And that was a big thing. I was always attracted to singers who, there was a vibration in their voice where they could be singing anything, but the vibration told you a story that it affected you, on your inside. I really like singers who impacted the world, who weren't just singers but were also thinkers, who were pioneers, And so yes, those are some of my favorites.
Yes, mine too. Mine too, definitely. It's deep that you're saying all this, because everything you said is how I feel about you. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yes.
You're one of these people. When I first heard you sing, it just blew me away. I'm still blown away that I'm sitting here with you.
And we just chilling in Jerusalem.
We chilling in Jerusalem.
Oh, Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerusalem.
Chills. Did you feel that night? I did. Chills.
When I was little, my mother and grandmother was teaching me to sing. It was never about like being in the music business. It It wasn't like, let me teach you to sing. You know, some parents train their kids to be in the music business.
Exactly.
My mom never wanted me to go in the music business. It was always about like healing music, you know, like resonating, it being music for prayer and for purification and for God. Like it was always about that. We would do like native songs, traditional songs, spirituals, because after the Freedom of Religion Act was passed for Native Americans, then she would go back and relearn our tribal songs. You know? And then so she would teach me the tribal.
Impata nawaje chichoze maya echekuena.
So that's what it started out as for me. Later on I learned how to like, you know, write a top 40 pop song structure and all this other stuff. Started recording and got signed and now it's come back to it being to a spiritual origins for me. I don't have any interest in making songs for the club anymore. Like it makes no difference to me if they play it in the club or if they never do. Those who are seeking it, you know, they'll find it.
So what are some things you hope to accomplish through your gifts as a songstress, as a lyricist? Where do you see your gifts taking you, or what do you hope to accomplish through them?
Musically, I think, well, for my own self, I really just want to grow. I've seen myself in visions before, like studying different styles of music, like learning different scales. Even like when we were here, we were listening to some of the classic Arabian styles, and I was like, some of those quarter tones, like, okay, they vibrate with you a certain way, you know. And I want to continue to study all of the prayer songs of the world. So yeah, for me, it's about like connecting people, resonating, a higher frequency, making them want to find the best parts of themselves, to vibrate higher. Even like when I did the song for Sandra Bland, the song "Say My Name," and I wrote the song in first person because I was watching the footage from her when she's on the ground and the police are beating her, and I started looking at the comments. And I'm tripped out because people keep saying stuff like, well, you know, she should have put a cigarette out. She should have been talking back. I mean, that's what you get when you don't listen. It's like you get deaf when you don't listen.
And the papers say we're gonna call it a suicide. Would you even question why?
I wanted you to connect with her humanity, you know?
Because we could have all been
right, and that might not have been your walk of life. Maybe you don't feel connected, but I want you to feel connected because as a human, you should empathize with the loss of another human or the pain of another human.
Definitely.
So through lyrics, but also sometimes you can't reach people through lyrics. Sometimes it just has to be the frequency and the resonance, you know, of sound. On a business level, I really want to create a platform for young girls, especially of color, in the music business, to almost like a guide, a business guide of how to obtain independence and self-autonomy and financial freedom, you know, for young people who want to come into the music business but don't know what that means. Because traditionally, for a woman to come into the music business and be successful, she has to exploit herself. She has to be a sexual object in order to be successful. And you know, you've seen different iterations of it, and women try to say, well, you know, this is my ownership of my body, so they don't have to feel like they're being exploited. But at the end of the day, when we don't decide what's sexy. We never have, not in this industry.
No. That reminds me a lot of your music video, I Got a Man. And how he's trying to make you sexy or wear certain shoes that, and you're looking at the food, your moccasins, like, wait, no, this is me, this is what's natural. But it's forced upon you, or forced upon the women within the industry.
And I definitely experienced that. I mean, you know, like now there's a natural hair revolution, but before there was a natural hair revolution, it was like unheard of. I remember going to prom and them saying, so you're going to straighten your hair for prom though, right? Because you want to be pretty. You don't want to go there like that, like with your hair natural.
With that being said, what would you tell young women of color, girls, black girls of color, who are confronted with being pretty or not pretty based on how they look or their skin tone or their hair texture?
Well, it's always going to come, it's going to start with, we call it self-esteem, but our self-esteem is really based on the opinions of other people.
Right.
So that should be called other people's esteem. It shouldn't be called self-esteem.
Right.
But we have to create a sense of self first. And I think it comes from spending time with yourself. I mean, I think daily affirmations are a great way to build self-confidence and self-esteem. Sometimes you gotta live a little bit to know who you are, and whose you are, why you're here, what you're here to do.
Right.
Most of the time, I feel like women, we subscribe to the prisons that we exist in. I mean, maybe all people do. But it really just starts with self-love and sitting with yourself and asking yourself, is this even my choice, or is this something society is putting on me? The conquering lion shall break every chain. The conquering lion shall break every chain. Give God the victory. Again and again and again and again. Give God the victory. Again and again and again and again.
Wow. I don't really even know what to say about the opportunity of meeting someone as amazing and as talented and as humble and as warm, and it's felt like you knew her for a long time.
And thank you so much, Maimouna, for spending time with us in Jerusalem.
Yes, it was a blessing.
We really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Knock and Lay Show. We really do appreciate it. Please continue to share, like, if you like it.
And I mean that.
And subscribe to our show.
We're ready for it.
I'm so glad we're ready. I'm so glad the cameraman.
Steady, are you ready?
Are you ready?
No!
Oh, I'm sorry. Click on.
I appreciate you. And anytime you come back, maybe some dinner or something. Hi.
How are you? Good. I am priest.
Hi.
Yeah. And
We just
good.
The one and only. And then we'll say it at the same time, I guess? Or?
No, you're so corny.
Is that corny?
Maybe yes. No.
Yeah, go ahead. Say it
No.
together. Okay, so just go on and go with it.
Just you say it.
Aww. The one and only Maimouna Youssef, also known as MuMu Fresh. No! No! So as y'all know, we usually freestyle after every episode. So we're going to try it out, see what happens.
B-box. Yo. This freestyle is kind of hard for me because I don't really want to do it, but let me keep on going, yo, until I'm fluent, yo. We had the pleasure of meeting this sister. I don't know where you're at.
What do you mean? My beatbox is on?
No, I just couldn't catch the beat. Like, yo.
About to. Where you at? Here we go. Clap it back. Clap it back. Yo. We met. No, it's too much. Here we go. About to bust the flow. Yeah. You want to know? Okay, here we go. Yeah. We went to Jerusalem to see Maimouna. We said, hey girl, she said, how are you doing? And then we sat at the table. We talked about everything that she was able to do. She went and she flew. La la la. Is in your scene, yo. So you going to the Jerusalem on the bus and you do that. Oh gosh, I messed it up. But I'ma keep on going, cause her rhyme just got me flowing, yo. One day we got a phone call. I can't. That was me. Okay, I'll try something. Okay. We're sorry. It's just that when you have. I'm okay. I mean, I'm fine. I was trying to find it. I was trying to find it too. I just couldn't find it. So you know what? We're gonna let MuMu Fresh, Maimouna Youssef do it. It's on you. All right. Maimouna, please. Freestyle. Rock us out.
Top of the morning, I'm stretching and yawning, feeling grateful for the blessings that I have been afforded. God has really rewarded me, not just with material things, but with perspective. I eat it up like breakfast cause I get the message. From now until you're resting with the stars, you'll always see the world not as it is, but as you are. Stay focused on raising your vibration, you're the dopest. With every iteration, don't wait on change, provoke it. And when you're at your lowest, heart feeling is brokest. Remember, contrast is important to your focus. How will you know which way to go without the diagnosis? And in your darkest hour, reach high, word to my floaters. Ever notice you don't know what you want until you know what you don't? I ain't know the money mattered till I dated a bum. And I looked at him like, how much you want? I don't mind sharing, believe you some. You know I'm straight out the slum, but God gave me a little something. Told me speak to his people and get them hip. You can turn up at the party, but remember who you leaving with. The flesh is temporary, soul is where the secret lives. Ain't hard to find the answer, but the questions are you seeking it? Do you believe in it? You receptive to receiving?
The Knock and May, the Knock and May, the Knock and May show.